and put on my channel. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, ma'am. No problem.
Okay, so let's get it started. I think I'm visible to you now.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. So good morning. How are you?
I'm fine by the grace of Allah. How are you, ma'am?
I'm good too. Thank you for asking. So please introduce yourself. Your video, yeah,
I
yeah,
am
yeah.
pursuing
Your
my
video
honors.
was, yeah, yeah. Can you start over again? Because I was not able to hear
Okay,
you.
okay, ma'am. I'm Samin Islam. I'm pursuing my honors in third year, and in the meantime, I have sit for my second year exam. And actually, ma'am, I have got your email address to my elder brother, and he suggested me if you practice English, Shanta ma'am, you can send a message and he will reply immediately. And when I send a message to you, ma'am, and at the time I have faced a lot of problems, and then I can't communicate with you. And secondly, ma'am, I had a bad phone and I can't communicate with my friends and um, other relatives. And then I have decided, first of all, I have to buy a new phone to practice and someone. And then, ma'am, and actually, few days ago, I have bought a new phone. It's a Redmi 30C, and then I send a message to you to practice English.
Oh, okay. So that's nice of you to practice English. You got a new phone.
Yeah, ma'am. And yesterday, ma'am, when I sent a message to you, at the time I was at my office, and ma'am, actually now I have to stay up all night, and it is my night duty, and I have to stay at my office from Monday to Saturday, and I have to work hard, and that's why. And I was supposed to sleep, and then when he sent me, I will communicate with you at 11 a.m. and then I am waiting for you.
Okay. So after talking to me, you can go to sleep. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, ma'am.
Hmm. So what do you do? I didn't get that part. What do you work as? Where are you working?
And ma'am, basically I'm a graphics engineer and as well as I am continuing my honors. And it is not my good job, but it is my part-time job, and I can spend my study expense as well as I can save some money for my future. And I have a plan, ma'am, and I have to be BCS cadre, and it is best profession in Bangladesh, and that's why I am preparing for BCS as well as first of all, ma'am, I am overplaying English, and because I know that there is no way without English, and if I be BCS cadre, and I have to know English, and first of all, I am overplaying English, and secondly, I am memorizing some general knowledge and as well as math and something like this. And as well as ma'am, I am watching related video. And if I want to be BCS cadre, and I'll be freelancer, inshallah.
Okay. So you are from Bangladesh.
Yeah, ma'am. I'm
Okay.
Bangladesh.
Okay. Okay. Right. So
Actually, shortly before, I watched a video, and according to video, you are Indian, maybe.
yeah, I am Indian. Yes.
And
Yes.
I
Okay.
watched the video.
Yeah. Yeah. I.
Yeah, that's good, ma'am. Actually, teaching is a best profession.
yeah. Whatever you're good at, you have to help others also to be good at it.
Yeah, ma'am.
Mm.
Ma'am, ma'am, I have a lot of question to you.
Please ask. I'm waiting.
Uh, okay. First of all, ma'am, and I can't I always forget English vocabulary. I can't even if I memorize a lot of vocabulary, when I I will call up all time when I practice in English.
Okay, yeah. When you practice in English, you forget the vocabulary. That was your question?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Memorizing vocabulary is not the way to learn vocabulary. You can write and you can memorize it, but if you don't use it in your speech, it is waste. You cannot memorize vocabulary unless you are speaking about it. In your job also, the daily sentences that you are speaking, those are the sentences that will stay with you. If you just write and keep and you're not using them in your speech, you won't improve. Like you can write the words, then you can write associated sentences with that word and then use it in your speaking practice every day. That is how you will improve your vocabulary, not just by writing and memorizing.
Thank you, ma'am. Uh,
Can you please repeat?
okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Actually, ma'am, when I was class 6, 7, even ma'am, when I was yeah, college, and at the time I can't pronounce any English vocabulary. And when I was get admitted any public university in Bangladesh, and at the time my teacher advised me, if you be good student and you have to learn English, and then I started to learn English, and even I can pronounce any English. If I can't pronounce any English, and then I search it on Google, and now I'm being able to speak English, and due to emphasizing in here, and actually I believe that if I ma'am, first of all, ma'am, I need your help badly, and if you help me, and I'll be able to do anything. And because I need advice, and actually, ma'am, to be honest, my father is a rickshaw puller, and my father hope be able, I will, and now, ma'am, you know that Dhaka is capital of Bangladesh, and now my father in Dhaka, and he's working, and he
What
always
does he work
advised
as?
me.
Still he's working, doing the same job?
Would you repeat, please, ma'am?
What does your father work as? Still he's doing, I mean, still he's a rickshaw puller still
Yeah,
now?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And ma'am, to be honest, and no one can help me, and I am learning English myself, ma'am. And morning, I have to uh, I have to replenish my dream. I have to replenish my parents' dream, and for this reason, I am working hard.
Yeah. And you know, you told that your dad is a rickshaw puller and he dreams of what? That sentence I didn't understand. He dreams that you
Okay,
should
okay.
speak English?
No, not only English. And
Yeah.
actually, my father think that I will get a good job and I'll learn a lot of money. Sorry, earn a lot of money, and then I'll help poor people and such me, and uh, and those who can't study due to want money, and I'll help them, and I'll advise them to move forward and something like this.
Okay. So that is such a noble thought, right? You work not
Yeah, yeah.
for your family, you work in order to help others also.
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, ma'am, I am live in, yeah, I am living in village.
Okay, yeah, because you know sometimes your video is getting frozen and suddenly you come again after 1 minute. So that is why what the previous sentence I was not able to understand. Okay, you live in a village and your father lives in the capital city.
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, my father go to Dhaka in order to earn some money in every month.
Oh, every month.
Yeah, and yeah, and maybe he come back. He will come back in one, uh, one first March in 2024, and before Ramadan, ma'am, he'll come back.
Ramadan. Okay. Okay. But he lives there. He's not like, you know, coming to the village, then going for work, not like that. He's living there.
Yeah.
He lives there alone?
And no, and actually, I have a sister and brother and mother, and we we live in village, and my father out of village.
Oh, okay. So do you have work in your village? Because you're working part-time, right? So are there job opportunities in your village?
No, ma'am, there is no job opportunity in my village, and for this reason, I work uh, at a upazila, and it is a nice office, and even if it is a small office, but our your future and what I am giving to you, it is not ma'am, actually, I am facing network issue, and actually, uh, village network is so poor in
Yeah.
Bangladesh.
Oh, okay. So you are, simultaneously you're studying also, correct? You're doing your master's.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, ma'am. Honors. And
Honors.
after finishing honors, I'll pursue masters,
Okay.
inshallah.
Okay. So after your graduation, you have employment opportunities or you have to go to your capital city?
Actually, to be honest, ma'am, Bangladesh is and job opportunity is so lack in Bangladesh. And but I guess that if I have to get a good job, I have to be worthy, and otherwise it is impossible to get a good job. And for this reason, I am preparing to be worthy, and I don't know exactly whether will get a good job or not. But uh, I have to, I have to worthy. Secondly, I have to think Bangladesh, and I'll go to abroad in order to earn a lot of money, especially Saudi Arab, Qatar, and as well as other country, Malaysia, even India.
Yes, you can do that. I think so. Yeah. So it is nice that you are focused in learning and education, everything, right? Did your father also like that you have to be educated? Correct? He didn't like mostly people they want their children to start earning early, but your father is focusing on you getting educated and getting a good job. Correct?
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, and I guess that in my since my childhood, my father always focused on my life, and my father always advised me what I am doing. You will never do it. You have to be educated. You have to be educated. And again, when I couldn't study in my childhood at that time, my father told me, "You can work with me or study, and if you don't study, I will send you to Dhaka in order to earn money. And if you study too much, I will spend a lot of money. What I'll earn."
Correct. Yeah. But it is difficult, right? Your dad's job is very difficult. He's working hard. I mean, to pay for your education, he needs a lot of money, right? So I think he's working very hard.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, he can't take oil food, and he always put on bad dress, and sometimes he put on torn dress, and but he always give money to buy a new dress, and it is very. And secondly, ma'am, my mother contribution is so hard, and sometimes my mother go to my maternal uncle house in order to get some money for me, and sometimes, ma'am, actually this year, last year, I couldn't submit my one or second year form fill up, and then my I told my mother, please give me some money, and otherwise I couldn't continue my study, and it is my life. And if I couldn't pass this exam, I'll be able to replenish my dream. Please help me. And then my mother called my maternal aunt to give some money, and immediately my maternal uncle and auntie helped me, and then I will submitted my form fill up, and still then I finished my second year final exam.
Mm. So you're learning English by yourself.
Yeah, ma'am. Yes, myself.
You're doing good. You're doing good actually. Your grammar is not, I mean, it is okay sometimes here and there, but your grammar is okay. You have to focus more on your pronunciation. I would say if you're
Yeah,
learning by yourself in spite of all these difficulties, you are very motivated. You also equally interested in learning it.
exactly, ma'am.
Hmm.
My fault and listening others others native speaker voice and especially ma'am and my pronunciation especially hard word and basically I always use Google Translate and especially when I can't utter any word and for example and maneuver and entrepreneurial and something like this and this word is so difficult to pronounce for me.
Hmm. Yeah, because that is because of your native language. Because the way you speak your native language, the same way you are speaking English. So that is why the pronunciation, I'm not able to understand some words. But yeah, you try to focus more on that.
Yeah,
With practice, it will come. You need a lot of practice because your grammar foundation seems good for me. Good to me. Yeah, you are speaking well.
yeah. Ma'am, secondly, ma'am, and how I we collect vocabulary because if I would like to practice English, I need vocabulary too much, and how will I collect it?
How do you collect it? By reading and listening. Online also you can do reading. Books are there or audio books also are there. Otherwise, there are some free apps. I think you should search in your country which app is there for like you can read books for free online, just like in the phone. So now you have a new phone, so you can search in the Google Apps App Store and Play Store, and you can download that kind of app which will help you. So read more books, simple books which you don't feel that very high level of English. Don't go for those kind of books. Simple English books. You select those kind of books. There you will get good vocabulary. Then listening practice also you should do a lot of listening practice, and whenever you encounter a new word, you write it down in your book, you frame your own sentences, easy to use sentences which you are able to use in your next conversation, and also try to speak to a lot of people using those words.
Actually, to be honest, ma'am, a while ago I have collected a word, listening your mentioned out, and then I collected what is the meaning of make out.
Hmm. Yeah, that is a good way to learn actually, but unless you use it in your speaking practice, that there is no use. You have to use it in your speaking practice. Only then it will be effectively, it will be added in your speech. And consistency also you should have. Consistently you should be talking to people. Then your vocabulary also will improve and your English will improve.
And ma'am, how long should I practice in every day?
Speaking, for speaking,
Listening.
listening, see, separately you need not remove any time for listening. When you are doing your other work also you can listen. For example, now you're going to sleep, right? Before sleeping you will have some time, right? 15 minutes, half an hour before falling asleep. Just put your earphones and you listen to any content, at least half an hour to 1 hour every day. Compulsory you have to listen. Then you will encounter new words. Reading also, reading you need dedicated time for reading, right? So set aside time, plan your timetable in such a way that you give 1 hour to listening, because listening is easy. When you're doing your other work also you can listen. Reading at least half an hour a day, and speaking practice also. Are you practicing speaking with somebody?
Now it's the no one can join due to their work, and most of the members are so busy, and that's why I am practicing myself. And sometimes I call up others member to join WhatsApp. They have so busy. Most of the members are actually foreigner, and that's why they can't get time to join this group. And that's why I am searching a new man and to practice English. And suddenly I got you, man.
Yeah.
Ma'am, and now I have planned, and now I am listening for 2 hours,
Wow.
and I am practicing English 1 hours, and I am memorizing vocabulary 30 minutes, and I am writing anything for 50 minutes. And as well as, ma'am, I am reading newspaper all time when I get time. And when I am at office, and at the time, I bring out a time to read newspaper. And I always read Purtumalo. It is Bangladeshi newspaper. And I read world-related newspaper and Bangladesh-related newspaper. And actually, to be honest, ma'am, when Indian Prime Minister has inaugurated Ram temple, at the time I this read this meta in the Portumalo, and as well as.
Okay. So you have a everyday practice of reading newspaper.
And actually, ma'am, I am used to reading newspaper every day. Without reading newspaper, and because if I collect a lot of vocabulary, and newspaper will help me to collect new
Correct.
vocabulary. And because
So you are memorizing your vocabulary, right? From now, you do not memorize your vocabulary. Write down that word, frame 10 sentences from that word. Okay. And next day, when you're talking to anybody, doing your speaking practice, in that you try to use your vocabulary. You're practicing very well. You have all the answers, right? You are asking me, how should I practice English? But you're already practicing. You're giving 2 hours to listening. You're reading newspaper and you're writing down vocabulary. You have answers to all your questions.
yeah, ma'am, actually, ma'am, and I had a bad habit. I always listened teacher advice, and that's why I am here. And I guess that. And secondly, secondly, teacher always pray for me. You move forward, and you will get a good job in future. And because you have a capability to get a good job, and you have to work hard. And because without working hard, it is impossible to get a good job in future. Narendra Modi is a maybe a shopkeeper. And secondly, and former USA president, maybe I forget that. And um, now, yeah, yeah, ma'am, network problem. Actually, ma'am, do you know Recep Tayyip Erdogan?
Do I know what?
Recep Tayyip Erdogan, who is the president of Turkey.
No, no, I don't know.
Actually, ma'am, he was utterly abject family members, and now, still now, he is the president of Turkey, and he came here working hard. And secondly, I'm so excited when I read such this news. And secondly, you know that Narendra Modi came here and working hard, and he was a shopkeeper, maybe.
Yeah,
It is
chai.
right, ma'am?
Yeah, he was a tea server.
Yeah, ma'am. And I sometimes I read such this news, and sometimes I listen and failure life. And actually, I guess that failure life is so helpful for us. And I
Hmm.
secondly, ma'am, failure life can inspire us. And where have they failed, and why have they why have they continued their study, continued their job, and what is their failure, and something like this. And it is very helpful. And when I read and when I listen it, and I can ponder, and what should I do, and what type of things I should I select.
Hmm. Okay. Listening to these kind of stories, you get inspiration. They have also worked
Yeah,
hard. They are also from, very, they worked hard all financially. Even their childhood was difficult financially, but because of their own hard work, they grew up and they became so good leaders, right? So yeah, everybody can do it. You need just need to work hard and you need to be motivated. Which
Yeah,
I think you are, because you are speaking good English and you are practicing all by yourself, and you do not have any facilities. Even financially
yeah,
also it's difficult for you, but you are fighting all
yes,
the odds and you are planning to do something for yourself. Very good. I think you will inspire
actually,
many people.
yeah, exactly, ma'am. Actually, ma'am, I am to face a lot of problem every day.
Yeah, you just told that, I'm facing a lot of difficulties every day, but still.
And today I can't face, and but today I face some problem, which is a money problem, ma'am. And it is so difficult for me to collect some money to go to office. And maybe, ma'am, I have to spend 20 taka for every day, and it is my fare. And even if I go to my office on foot,
uh,
actually, ma'am, those who live in village, they face it, and especially network issue. And Bangladesh village network is so poor, and it is
mm,
so difficult for us.
But now you're earning, right? So you're getting money. So is it any better financially for you?
Actually, I have a plan. I will buy a god, and then after 3 months, I will sell it, and then I will get some money, extra money. And if I buy a god now, and I after 3 months, I'll get extra money, and it may be 3,000 extra money or 4,000 extra money.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I really hope that you finish your graduation and you get a good job and you stop your father from working, then you can take care of the rest of the family.
Yeah, ma'am. I have plan, and ma'am, actually there are 5 members in my family, and I am pursuing honors. And second thing, my sister is pursuing uh, actually pursuing class 10, and you will sit for SHC in next year, inshallah. And now I'm small brother, young brother, and he is pursuing class 3.
Class 3. Okay, okay. The three of you. So you are the eldest. Mm. Okay. Okay. So your father did not allow anybody to work. Or he is working alone and he's making all three of you study.
Yeah. Actually, I teach my younger brother, younger sister, and when I get time, even if I am so busy, and then I have to bring out a time to teach them, and because there is no way without teaching them, and no one can help them. And actually, ma'am, without me, and they can't they can't read, and actually and they can't read English. And and secondly, actually, ma'am, before I couldn't read English, and when I read English, at the time I became sick. it, Now I am so interested to read English.
Hmm. Very good. Yeah. Continue your practice like this only. And